We got two moose here in the road staring at me. They don't seem that scared, but they should be. A lot of hunters around. Oh. Check it out, everyone. The beavers have built a giant dam on this river, and it's causing some water to flood down there, but especially over here. There's a lot of water passing over, trickling across the road. You can see here, there's not a lot of flow. Let's look underneath this bridge. What do we got? A big old beaver dam. I think we'll be back in the morning and we'll get that. It's too late in the day to start a project like this. Could take a while to cut a slice in it. I just realized the beavers might even be wrecking the bridge supports. See the water trickling behind the foundation? You can see they patched it, but I can still hear it trickling in there. Oh, there was just a big splash. The angry beaver knows we're here. Look at that, everyone. It's a fox. Hey everyone, it's morning and we're back to go to this big beaver dam underneath the bridge. I tried to remove some of it last night because I did still have a little bit of daylight, but now it's morning. It's only 7 a.m. and we'll have as much time as we need to get this blockage removed. I was actually told by one of the loggers that lowering these water levels actually helps save the beavers, because beaver hunters actually seek out these flooded areas. That's how they go about finding the beavers. So until the trapper gets there, the low water levels help save the beaver until they're relocated. Alright everyone, here we are. We actually got a lot of rain last night, so it's probably worse. There's a little bit of water crossing right here. But once we get up here towards this bridge, there's gonna be a lot more crossing. I got a little dent out of it last night. Do I still hear any water, or did they fix it? Sounds like they fixed it. I don't hear anything. We got more water crossing here, and you can see there's a lot of trickling water right here. And we're just gonna go ahead and turn around up here. The road actually becomes impassable in another mile, so there probably won't be a lot of traffic coming down this road at the time being until it's rebuilt. Alright, just like last night, I'm gonna park right here. And there is actually a lot of room here. It's not a drainage ditch, so I can actually plow down in here a good amount. So if someone else does pass, they can go by me. I'm actually stuck. Crap. Oh, thank God. Shit. I'm stuck again. Damn it. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I got unstuck. I literally just got out of the vehicle and I was like, how am I gonna get out of this? One of my back tires was completely off the ground, but it was so balanced. I stood on top of one of the tires and the whole car shifted back. So all I did was I moved all my heavy gas cans to the back. It lowered the wheel down enough. I got traction and got out. Wow, I got very lucky there. Even if I didn't get stuck, it wouldn't have been a big deal. I have a bunch of tow straps. All right, I'm gonna stay right here. I don't get it. Why is there no way to disable this stupid alarm? When I'm working like this on private property, at slow speeds like this, stopping every 50 feet, why is it necessary to click in the seatbelt? I usually do it anyways, but in a situation like this, why is that necessary to drive down the street like 5 miles an hour? Why does it have to go off? Also, in the neighboring state, New Hampshire, you don't even have to wear a seatbelt. I do anyways, especially on the main road. It'll save your life. But someone who doesn't want to, they gotta put up with that noise. All right, so here's the heavy flow. Doesn't look like much more than last night, even though we got a good amount of rain. So last night I tried unclogging it, but it wasn't really the right way. I was trying to unclog it from that side, which I could barely reach underneath the bridge, even with the rake, because it's not right on the edge, it's like here. And that's one really thick, well-built dam. It's like at least 4 feet. It's built really wide for its height. I hear logging machinery in the forest nearby. So this is where I got stuck. Last night I parked here with barely any room for a vehicle to pass, even though not many people come down here. I got out and I was like, huh, this is pretty flat. But I didn't realize the flatness goes into a sheer drop. You can see where the wheel was spinning. I got lucky. I can't believe that one back wheel was there, one back wheel was here, off the ground. I shifted the heavy gas cans. I carry 6 or 8 5-gallon gas cans every time I come out here, which is pretty heavy. You can noticeably see the vehicle weighed down. Moved them all to this back corner, had enough weight for that wheel to hit the ground, and you see where it gripped, got out. Amazing. Alrighty, everyone, camera number 2 is going. Woo! All right, so before we got on the big high boots, this is what we have going on down here. It's gonna be a tight working space, but we're trying to just get a big dent in it. Beavers have not, oh yes, they did rebuild the dent we put in. So we're gonna start by ripping out as many keystone sticks as possible. Our goal today is probably not to remove the whole thing, but to just draw it back. It's a big beaver pond. It'll probably take a week for it to come back up. And by then, hopefully the beaver trappers will have relocated them in that amount of time. They know about this area. It's on the to-do list. I don't know, maybe they're already in the process of doing it. Who knows? Typically, they use really big live catch, have a heart traps. All right, everyone, that was an exciting morning. I'm glad I didn't get stuck because I probably would have had to wait around all day. I do see other new tracks here since it rained last night, which gives me hope somebody would eventually come down here. But there's completely no signal around here, and I'd have to drive at least 30 miles to be able to receive one. So right now we're going underneath the bridge. We're going to be using a clamp-on tripod. We're not going to be doing the double camera thing like last night because I'm just going to be removing it from underneath here. So I just went ahead and put this single orange screw in with a Phillips driver. Now I'm going to clamp this onto that, and that's going to hold the camera here upside down. And when I go into editing, I'll just flip it. So our goal today is not to remove the whole thing. There's way too much water. We'd have to do a draw down and then come back. Look at the foundation of this bridge, too. It should not be completely removed because of the structural damage. The reason that's happening, it's erosion definitely, but also see it sitting on top of these rotten square timbers. So if I was to remove the whole thing, that could cause negative effects on the bridge. So we're just gonna cut a big slice in the center of it to draw back. Alrighty everyone, here we go. There's lots of spider friends on the ceiling. Mostly fishing spiders, which they want nothing to do with you. They are unlikely to bite, but if they do, those are the ones that are more likely to carry flesh-eating bacteria. Let's see if we can get a big dent in this. Pretty dark in here. Gotta keep an eye out for angry beavers behind me. This water's kind of still because there's another dam back there. Ah, there's mosquitoes in here. Oh no. I'm just trying to make it draw back like a foot to get it off the road for now. This is a gigantic dam. Yeah, they were definitely here, these beavers. We already got it flowing enough to get rid of 6 inches. That was easy to get rid of the top part like that. Now we got some flow going. This is a horrible place to be working. It makes you just want to pass out when your legs are bent like that for such a long time. And it's also such a weird angle. Now that we got that slice, which is about a foot deep, it'll get it off the road. We're not going to do a major unclogging here because I don't want to compromise those bridge supports, which I didn't notice were like that until today. It may not have looked like I did much, but that's about a 1 foot slice. Alrighty. We'll leave these beavers alone now. They will probably plug that thing right back up. Hopefully they don't do it until tonight. Then at least we can get it off this road and let it start drying out again. This road is built pretty good. Lots of heavy gravel in it. It's not going to just become a sinking mud hole overnight. Alright everyone, we just made it back to the main artery. Starting next year, I'm thinking about actually taking a job out here that I was offered, and the job would entail mostly surveying, putting up ribbons and stuff around certain areas of forest to be logged, and I would also be identifying areas with active beavers so they can more quickly be trapped and not cause damage to the road. I had somebody actually talk to me out here a few days ago. I was worried about what they might have had to say, but they were interested in what I was doing because they said that somebody contacted them who must watch my videos, and it's probably a troll who did this, telling the company out here that I'm causing severe damage to their drainage systems. It was somebody who watches my videos trying to get me in trouble, but instead it backfired and the guy actually offered me a part-time job that I would probably start next year. So since I don't live that close to here, I would be doing it every other week, and I basically am out here every other week, and I camp out in the vehicle, but I would be able to do different things at the same time. The guy has no problem with me videotaping any of the surveying work. Anything I find interesting like that, I can do. It's a private company. They have no kind of contract like the DOT, which says you are not allowed to film anything they do, probably because they don't want you distracted on your phone, or maybe it's just they don't want, especially the Mass DOT, you exposing their corruption. Like, that's why we can't find any more clogged drains in Massachusetts. Well, barely, because we lit a fire under the DOT, and now they actually have to do something because they don't want to get embarrassed again. But it was a very nice person who likes what I'm doing out here, and I found out that they actually don't typically go around doing preventative maintenance on the culverts unless the road is getting a makeover, or if it's actually flooding over, they'll send someone out to clear it. It's not actually a job, but that's a really good thing. I hope today's video was interesting, everyone. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Wow. That wasn't like that not too long ago. Look at that giant hole. Someone could accidentally fall into that. Better mark the edges of the road with tape. A culvert's weakest spot is in the middle where the coupling is, and that's exactly what got crushed and failed. Alright everyone, on this road, this is where it used to be train tracks. We've been following that for miles, but it has ended. It's now unpassable, except if you're going to get soaked on an ATV with all that wet grass. It's also a snowmobile trail. So this right here is a ATV trail, but you can bring a vehicle up to 2, as long as you're capable of it. It's a rough road, but we'll make it. Very rough road. Yup, very rough. Actually spinning a little tires going up this so steep. Hey everyone, today we're here at these culvert pipes. The beaver's kind of clogged up. They got another dam down there, but that's all right. Check out this pipe, made out of very heavy cast iron, and the excavator made a big crack in it. That's okay. Right here, this was probably done by the grading crew. All those rocks stuck in there. On the other side, is there a blockage at all from the beavers? It's possible, or it's possible the pipe just sunk a little bit. Let's try to get a peek in there. See anything? I hear it dribbling, so there might be there is a beaver dam in there, a really small one. We can't reach it, it's pretty far in. This is awesome seeing these gigantic cast iron pipes. But let's try to find the entrance at least to that really tiny one. Moose tracks. Is this one findable? That's gonna be a challenge. We're just gonna flag this one for today. Everyone, check out this. This is incredible. They have this gigantic spillway here in this animal preserve. You see, the beavers have been working on plugging that thing up. And under here, there's 2 gigantic cast iron pipes, which I would not be surprised if those have been here over 100 years. Like I said, this whole thing was a railroad. Those look original way back in the day, and they left them. Those things are almost 3 inches thick of solid cast iron. They'll be there forever. They just added this to prop up the level of the pond for the nature to live here. They got that spillway the beavers clogged up. But it's okay if beavers come in here and clog the entire thing up. Because look at this spillway over here. The water can get 6 feet higher. and it would spill over the top of this. I hear a lot of water gushing in there, so it does have an opening. Yeah, look at that. Not easy for a beaver to mess that up. The way they gotta come down inside, beaver's not likely to do that. And there's a big, it looks like 4-foot culvert down inside. And there's a ladder for someone to go down there and do some maintenance when the beavers do possibly clog it up. See that water line? The beavers had it a bit higher before an unclogging was done. Or maybe it's just because it hasn't been raining, it was able to drop back, because that dam could support more water if they did have it. On the other side of the road where it's leaving, there's that large 4-foot plastic culvert. And over here are the old railway culverts coming out. Cast iron's an awesome culvert choice, except it can be brittle. Like you saw that one that was cracked down there. That can happen from freeze and thaw cycles or an excavator just bumping it. It has no give at all. Looks like a lot of people don't come here. It's kind of overgrown, this nice gravel staircase coming down to the water, most likely for fishermen. But we got the big high boots, so we can follow the trail right into the water. Whoop, very slippery rock underneath the very murky water. And that's about as far as I can go. This is probably fisherman access. I just stopped here to show what the beavers have done. Take a look at how big this beaver pond was at one point. It must have flooded this whole forest. This is a beaver dam built against the road. Water was up there, so the water level was above the road at one point. It looks like a big storm pushed all this here. That's why it abruptly ends. It looks like it got picked up and pushed by a storm. Then crews came out and unplugged a couple culvert pipes. By the looks of the growth all over the ground, probably a few months ago. Here's one pipe. Has no blockage in it. This was a deep pond. Looks like its maximum was maybe 5 feet down there. I'm amazed that those plants didn't completely drown out. By the water line on there, it looks like water was about 2 feet deep for a long time, but it was only that 5-foot level crossing the road for a short time. It looks like there was a beaver dam here holding back a pond here, separate. And there's still water down here to an extent. And the culvert's coming out here discharging. Where is the culvert pipe? It appears like it's right there. And that's still all clogged up with roots. So it looks like this wasn't done by heavy machinery. Unless that's not the pipe I was just looking at. Maybe there's a second one. Right here looks like there might be a pipe. No, there's not. Very interesting to see this. Take a look at this section of logging forest. It looks horrible. They cut down every tree that wasn't the right type, but they didn't use it. They just left it all over the ground. It looks like a massive fire hazard up here. We got a pretty big sinkhole here and it's not marked. So I'm gonna be marking this off so no one accidentally falls in that. So we have a little bit of trickling water here entering the culvert, which probably has a giant hole, or the whole bottom's rusted out. Let's see. Here's the culvert. Yes, look what's happening. It's not even going through the pipe. It's going under the pipe because the entire bottom is basically rotted out, allowing it to wash soil out. That means anywhere right here where I just drove could also be a danger. It's a good 18-inch hole here. Yeah, comes out the other side. So we're gonna quickly mark this so no one falls into it. Hey, it just started raining. That should stop anyone from falling into that. Now, anybody could break a axle or something, and it is possible that a sinkhole could open up on this other part because it is sinking there. Got a good amount of erosion here next to this bridge. That could damage some of the foundations if that keeps up. Wow, this is a very high bridge. Take a look at this falling apart bridge. Looks like half of it collapsed and was filled in with rocks. Look at that, the water can barely get underneath it. There's another bridge up there that doesn't look too good either. Got another one. There's probably a hole in the culvert, so let's go and look. How bad's this culvert? It doesn't look bad. Why is it sinking? Alright, it's just the embankment falling apart and water found a way through. The pipe is fine for now, but I'm still gonna mark this big hole. Even the other side of the road has that problem. There's not enough erosion control and it's smashing into the side when it rains too hard. All right, everyone, I just stopped here because see what I'm walking on? It's a whole bunch of sediment that eroded from up here. And I'm wondering if there's like a big pond or something back here. I'm wondering where all that water came from. This looks really cool. Yeah, it's really cool. See the water coming down the top, pouring in here is what eroded all this. That's very cool. Don't want to stand too close to the edge. That's like an 8-foot drop. No. It looks like there was just a downpour and this land couldn't soak it up. So it all came down here, making all these really cool crevices. Very cool crevices. We got a spider friend. Check out this culvert pipe right here. I thought it was blocked at first. It's just so rotted out, the entire bottom's missing. It doesn't even have holes in it. It's just not there because usually it rusts out along the water line of its usual flow. Then the bottom peels up during a storm. And there's also a big collapse on the other side of the road. Let me show you. Look at this. Road is starting to collapse and it could cause further sinkholes in the middle of the road. There's a big truck coming, I hear it. Take a look at that culvert right there. Thing's all messed up. Very rough road. Check out this culvert pipe. It's not put in deep enough, so whole thing is crushed except right here where it's crimped together, the strongest part. Despite being crushed, it seems to be in good condition. There's a little bit of blockage caught on something in the center, but other than that, not that bad. It's definitely been crushed by a lot of trucks. We got another culvert here. Whoever put this in didn't really know what they were doing. It's supposed to go the other way if you do this, because the water can come out of here inside, and especially on the bottom. No blockage. I'm gonna see if we can find a way in there to see how this looks. Oh, I knew it. Look at that big blockage forming against that lip.